Hello friend, hopefully you are doing well. So I have just integrated the login screen and other details. Okay, so I will give you a short demo of it. So whenever you just enter into your URL, okay, you just uh, login page appears first. Okay, suppose you have admin. Oh, sorry, I just save it, that's why it appears here. Okay, suppose I just set the initial password, pass username as admin and password as an admin. Okay, wait a second, I will just click this one. Yes, login. Oh shit, the most of us. Actually I am just changing this email to username. Okay. mm, so for this purpose, public HTML. Now go to login.php. Here I have a file login.php. Okay, so after login.php I just go back and here, yes, caps lock u user name. Okay, save. Okay, now first the website is open. Okay, so here I just enter the username and here suppose first I will give a wrong password. Okay, so the platform does not succeed and does not authenticate the users because the password is wrong. So after proper wait a second, I just have to retype again. ADMIN. Okay, so now I just entered. Okay, so now there are two forms. So for the login page, okay, I just created a login screen, and for the second functionality that you asked me, where is what's okay, so the second functionality you asked me is to adding a forms and panels and forms. Okay, for this for adding forms and panel I just created the API in such a manner that whenever a new panel is added, okay, panel, yeah, it means that an ESP. Okay, an ESP request to the API, an API is here. Wait a second, I will give you a proper detailed demo. Okay, API, yes, here is an API file. So what API do, I will explain you. Okay, first API include config.php. This text includes the credentials of the database. Okay, like username, host name, database name, and like this stuff. Okay, after that, as we send data in a JSON format. Okay, so here I just add an acceptor, JSON acceptor, so that the input files are accepted, and you just give it to the dollar data, means that assigns to this variable. Okay, after that these variables, these values are then decoded. Okay, suppose table name, panel, current and voltage value. Okay, these values are sent from ESP, like like the table name means that the each each form has a new table. Okay, and this table is created automatically. So for this, these four parameters are fetched from the ESP request. So whenever I will design and code for ESP like that, whenever you add a new module, you don't need to change on the on a website. You just add information on the ESP code, okay, and these will automatically integrated to the website. So after getting table name, panel, current and voltage value, so first condition is create a table if not exist, means that if table is not exist then create this table, okay. So for this one I will just fetch a value from the variable table name, okay. Here is the variable, so means that if form 2 not exist, create a form 2 table, okay, like in database as form 1 form 2, okay. So first thing is that if table is not present, just create it, okay. And if table is present, already present means, okay, if table is already present, then insert table $table names, means that insert in form 1 panel, means that panel A, panel B, panel C, panel D or whatever, okay. Panel, current, voltage and log time, on which time data is logged, okay. So this query inserts the data into the table. So this is the actual formula. If table is not created, automatically table is, you don't need to do manually add the form, means that to add a form, to add a panels, to add other things, because you don't need to do any changes on the website. You just need to change the ESP code, okay. Whenever a new, suppose I am adding a new ESP, and I will now, wait a second. So now I am adding a form 3, okay. Form 3 panel A, current value is suppose 50 and voltage value is suppose 90, okay. So the ESP tries to send data. This is the postman that that just checks the means that just similar sending the request to the ESP, sending request to the server as like as the ESP do, okay. So this is the same phenomenon. I just change this code, just change this JSON format and put it into the ESP, okay. So table my gas created successfully, data inside. So I will get to the, here I have now table 1 table 2, okay. So I just refresh the database, okay. While we have another solution to check this out, okay. The solution is that, suppose, yes, you can see we have a form 3, okay. Suppose I am adding a form 4 and panel, suppose B, okay. Add, sorry. So after adding, where is the blah 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 blah, wait, okay. Now we have 4 forms, 1 2 3 4, okay. So for form 3 we put the, we have only panel A, click on panel A, we have a value 50 and 90, and if we want to graph, we have a 2 points like on 50, on 90 is the orange is the voltage, and here is the blue is the current. So that's it. So I implemented the panel and the, you know what, panel and form setting like this. So you don't need to do any changes on the website. You just need to change on the ESP code, okay. So I will after testing, after successful testing on your end the voltage sensor, I will integrate a proper, give you only one code that will deals with the voltage and current, and I will integrate this part so that the ESP send request like this phenomena. So every ESP has a, maybe has a same form but different panel, okay. So it always updates the value in the database. So this is it. Hopefully you will like the work. If you have any query, you can ask me at any time, okay. Thank you.